Thank you. Thank you all for
Hi,
coming.
Laurie. Mhm.
Welcome. I'm Courtney from the library, and we're so excited to have Gail here tonight. I get the privilege of introducing her, and then I have just a couple of housekeeping notes. So, Gail Shapiro is a professional organizer based here in Wayland. In 1993, she founded Womankind Educational and Resource Center, also in Wayland, which pioneered Womankind's Financial Literacy Project, the first nonprofit women's literacy program in the US and Canada. She has worked as a director of development, a project manager, grant proposal writer, executive director, workshop presenter, writer, editor, and strategic planning consultant, as well as a lifelong volunteer and board member at several charitable organizations. In addition to Sisterhood, tonight's book, Gail is the author of A Pocket Full of Change, Organize Your Small Charitable Gifts for Big Results, and Money Order, the Money Management Guide for Women, as well as several other publications. In 2002, she was named as a Daily Point of Light by President Bush for her many years of volunteer service to the community. Thank you again, Gail, for coming tonight. Two notes. If you are not muted, besides Gail, please mute yourself. And also, we are going to record just the beginning of this program while Gail gives us a reading, and then I'm going to stop the recording so we are free to have a discussion, not on tape. So I'll hand it over to Gail.
Well, thank you, Courtney, and thanks for that lovely introduction and that award from President Bush. That's as close as I ever want to get to the Republicans. But here we go. Um, I really appreciate you inviting me here tonight, and I'm grateful to the Wayland Library for asking me to do this, and especially to Ariel, who's been my whiz at publicizing the book on social media, which I know nothing about. So thank you, Ariel. And I will just give a shout out that she's looking for full-time work in environmental justice, sustainable development, or clean energy. So anybody knows a job, contact her. Okay. And I'm really grateful to all of you for being here tonight. Especially a special welcome to those who were involved in the planning and execution of a lot of the events or any one of the events that were described into Sisterhood. And we'll talk about that later. Um, so I'm really grateful to see you here tonight, and this is so fun. So first, what's going to happen is I'm going to read the very brief nonfiction prologue, which sets the stage for what happens in the novel, because I know some of you haven't read it yet. And then we'll dig into a few of the questions for discussion at the end of the book, and then we'll leave time at the end so I can answer any of your questions. We decided against using breakout rooms. Because several people told me that they wanted to hear what everyone else has to say, and you can't do that in breakout rooms. So, with such a large group, it could be a little unwieldy, but we will be wieldy. I'm going to ask you to please use the Zoom raise hand function if you want to talk, and Ariel will be watching the chat, so you can either type in the chat or raise your hand, and I'll call on you, or she'll call on you, or you'll be heard. And she'll convey any comments or questions to me. Okay. And as Courtney said, we will stop recording at the end of my reading so that the discussion will be as private as you can be with 60 people. Okay. But it won't be for posterity. So I will read the book, which some of you haven't seen. I think the light's reflecting on it there. And I'm just going to read the prologue. Can you all hear me okay? Am I loud enough? Okay, great. May 4th, 1969, Boston, Massachusetts. The Sunday classifieds in the Boston Globe read Help Wanted Male and Help Wanted Female. Fewer than 30% of married women with children work outside the home, and women earn 45% less than men for the same jobs. If a woman gets fired for refusing her boss's sexual advances, well, tough luck. There are no laws against sexual harassment in the workplace or anywhere else. With rare exception, abortion is illegal in the United States. Birth control, unless one is married and has a doctor's prescription, is illegal in Massachusetts. Domestic violence does not yet exist as a term or a concept. Wife beating is a private problem, not a public health issue. A responding police officer is likely to tell the batterer to go take a walk and cool off. Married women cannot obtain credit in their own name. Most leaders of the anti-Vietnam War movement are men. Men can refuse to serve. Women can say yes to boys who say no. The second wave of the women's movement has just begun. A conference at Emmanuel College in Boston, sponsored by Bread and Roses and other female liberation activists, will change the way a group of 4 young women see themselves, live their lives, view society and their place in it, and develop friendships. They will hear about sexism and the oppression experienced by women and what women can do about it. They will learn about self-defense, community organizing, class divisions, the influence of the media, and taking back control of their bodies from a male-dominated medical establishment. One afternoon, the power of ideas.